It's Amy, the Skin and Lash Lady. Today I'm going to give myself a really quickie, pick me up with my mini microcurrent. Today was one of those days that I couldn't do a manicure. You can hear the chirping of the smoke detector, that the battery's going, and of course it has to be on the highest part of the ceiling. The printer ran out of ink. It was one of those days, just one of those days. So I haven't even worked on my skin. And it's like, today was the day that I was going to weigh in to see how I'm doing on my diet. And I was like, you know what? I don't need anything bad. No, it's not happening. So when I use my mini, I actually just double cleansed my face. So my first cleanse was with my, here, I'll show you, with my Avalon Organics cleansing milk. And then I did a longer cleanse with my Glymed peptide cleanser with PC10 because I want to push those peptides into my skin. And today I had my Glymed webinar on peptides. Super interesting. So now I'm going to put on my first peptide is my Peptide Lift. And I only need like 3 or 4 drops. And I usually focus this one more on the bottom of my face. But 3 or 4 drops is enough to go over my whole face. I'm going to use Procol because we always need a boost of collagen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them together. They spread really quick when they absorb. And you could see I put them right over my eyelids. It's totally safe. I'm pulling it down to my neck. You can see I'm still healing from when I had that Skin Classic facial to burn off all my dark spots. I'm now putting on my tone. The peptides, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. The peptides don't matter so much on the order because they're all the same molecular weight. I'm also going to do elastin because this is going to be a really quickie pick-me-up. And the great thing with these particular peptides is that when I use my microcurrent in this way, I'm getting like 3 days worth of peptides in one shot. I'm really going to boost that. I'm going to use my Eye Serum. I'm going to use 2 eye serums today. Remember, 1 drop all over. So I use my Viktoria DeAnn Peptide Eye Serum, and I'm also going to use this one from Neogenesis. It is on my website. It has a funny type of container. It's like an injectable. So when people always say to me, I can't open it, you have to kind of twist it open. It is a little thicker than the Viktoria DeAnn. It is not a peptide. It is made with human stem cells. It's a little different. Anything the texture I always rub into my hands. And what else are we going to use? Oh, and we're going to use the Moisture Glide microcurrent and LED. I'm going to be a little bit generous with this. You're going to see why. But it was just, like I said, one of those days, we had trouble with our warehouse who drop ships all the minis. They gave a miscount on all the color combinations. I'm going to actually put this on the back of my neck and bring it down to my chest. It was, like I said, it was just one of those days. So it's like, I just really just want to work on my skin, put on my bathrobe, maybe have a light dinner, maybe even a glass of wine, which I normally don't drink. And I just want to relax. But my skin, when I get stressed, it shows immediately in my skin. It's like, okay, so I'm all prepped. So all I'm going to be doing is, instead of doing all my movements, I don't want to do all my movements. See, the thing's going to drive me crazy. My husband has to fix that before I go to bed tonight. And I'm just going to go, I have to slow it down a little. So I'm not doing movements. See, I'm just doing circular motions. The reason why is all I want to do is hydrate my skin. I just want to get all the peptides in there. And I'll do this for 5 or 10 minutes. It'll keep beeping. If it stops beeping, it usually means that I have too much product on the probes, and I will clean it off. And I just go around and around. Sometimes I'll even just hold it under my eye. My eyes are really icky today, as you can see, and I'll just hold it there. Sometimes it helps to flush it out. The one thing I did do to make sure before I started this, I did have a big glass of water. So if you're finding that you're having trouble with your mini or seeing a result, there's a few things that happen. One is you have too much tension in the face and you need to use your Anma. I don't even know where my Anma is. Or you need to do what I'm doing and prep the skin, and this will start loosening it up. And you probably don't have enough water in your body, because the one thing that peptide needs, or the microcurrent needs, it needs water. I'm even gonna go on my nose. Now, I've been doing microcurrent for a long time on my face, so even just this will start perking it up pretty quickly, because it's like muscle has memory. Now, I can also go like this if I want. And all I want to do, I'm starting to feel better already. And all those beeps are going to drive me crazy. I don't know if you're hearing them on the camera, but the other beeps, not the microcurrent beep. And all I want to do is, and then I learned something new on the Glymed call today, that one of the products I used the other night on one of my lives, it was making me itchy. It's this peptide, and they said, put it on top of your moisturizer when you go to sleep at night, a thin, and wear it and in the morning, your skin will be all plumped up. So I have to find where I put that mask. It's their prescription wrinkle. I don't even remember anymore. But that's okay. It's all good. It's like, but now I'm going to slow it down a bit. Just going to slow it down. I'll do a little bit of movements just like in here, because this is always an area that is of concern. Like I said, I'm not doing any, and it's already absorbing into my skin, all of the moisture glide, and that's fine. I'm not going to apply any more. I put on a hefty big squirt of it, and I just know, like, I already feel better already. Like, I could just feel like the tension leaving. It's just, even my eyes feel refreshed already. So not all the time do I always sit there and go all of my movements. There's some days like I just don't want to do it. I'm being honest. Like I just don't want to do it. But today's like one of those days. I'm just like, oh really? Like everything that can go, like I've already absorbed it all up right here. So I'm just gonna work until everything is absorbed. I'm not gonna wash my face. I may put on moisturizer, I may not. We'll see how I feel. Like I said, I'm not doing anything but pushing all the product into my skin. And tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and my skin is gonna look all beautiful and toned, and everything's gonna work tomorrow because I just decided that nothing can go wrong tomorrow. The printer is just gonna miraculously wanna print, and that beeping from the smoke detector will be gone, and every other thing that happened today is just gonna, overnight little L's are just gonna fix everything. I tell myself these things. I know it's crazy, right? But, we all have those days. And so, it's not, believe me, I've had really bad days in my life. So this is really nothing. Oh, there goes Meadow. But it's all about, I already feel better. I already feel refreshed and better. It started getting better when I was washing my face, but now I can already feel my skin starting to get tighter. I feel it like that it's responding. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. I'm gonna actually, my eyes, I'm one of those people, like whenever I'm tired or something, it always shows up in my eyes. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Be careful, always be careful. Sometimes you can get a puffy eye from too much product in the eye. But sometimes I just wanna, like I said, I'm just doing this to penetrate product and just, I just wanna make myself feel better. As women, we're moms, grandmoms, aunts, sisters, wives, we're caretakers and stuff, and sometimes it's like we kind of feel guilty when we take a little time for ourselves. I don't know, yes I do. See, I'm feeling better already. I'm being silly. But better already. Well, I'm not symmetrical, but that's okay. Like I said, this was just, and that's it. It's all, everything's absorbed in, just a little residual. It'll keep absorbing in, and unplug it, clean it, and I'm good to go. I feel refreshed. I feel also that I did something for myself, even if it was only 10 minutes, that I got something for myself in. And I think for women, that's always hard to find the time we feel guilty. But like I said, I was just having one of those days, and it was like, there's just no words, So just that 10 minutes of using the mini, I already feel better. I feel like I did something for myself that didn't take that much time away from anybody else or anything else I have to do. So with that, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. It's sticky and tacky, but that's okay. It's all the goodness. Probably before I go to bed, I will brush my teeth and put on my moisturizer just to make sure that everything is sealed in. And you know what? The day's over. It's good. Tomorrow's a new day. So that's all I can say. Oh yeah, don't forget to wash your face.